My parents went out of town instead of attending my wedding, so I left obvious empty seats marked for them and dragged their names through the mud. Growing up, I sensed my mother harbored a subtle jealousy towards me. She belittles my academic achievements, circle of friends, and blossoming social life. She thrived on being the center of attention in our family and social circles, often going to great lengths to ensure all eyes were on her. Whenever I celebrate events, she always sees that she schedules something more important, and the fact that my father is swooned by her makes me furious. This underlying tension came to a head when I got engaged. When looking at dates, we realized our anniversary falls on a Saturday this year. Perfect, right? We immediately start planning because it's approximately 9 months out, and we must move quickly to assemble a wedding. We told everyone about the potential weekend date, and all seemed well. On Monday, my father called. He insists I move the date because my mother has a weekend yoga retreat. I told him that this date means a lot to me, and I would prefer to keep it if there is any way to move the retreat. There is, but it's expensive. I offer to pay for this change from my wedding budget, having the amount I can spend on the most important event of my life. He told me that he would talk to my mother. Yesterday, I was told they would not be taking my offer to pay to move the retreat, and that we were expected to move the wedding instead. I haven't put money on my venue yet, so they think I should be okay with giving up the chance to marry on a date that means a lot to me. It became a massive fight, and now my parents and I aren't speaking. My father accused me of caring about a date more than I care about my mother. I told him it felt like they were choosing yoga over their daughter. Update 11 months later, I eventually relented to my family and changed the wedding date. My fiancé, now husband, said that the date wasn't as important as my happiness, and the fighting with my parents destroyed that. After 6 months, we both wish we hadn't because it was useless. They still didn't show up. Not only that, but they convinced 90% of my family not to show up either. I ended up with only 4 relatives in a crowd of about 100 guests. My mother claimed that I had been excluding her from planning by scheduling venue tours on days that my fiancé and I were both free, but I didn't realize she was working, and by finding my dress by surprise on a just here to look trip without her being there. They hadn't shown any interest in planning, so I didn't want to bother them. To them, this was clearly a sign that you don't want us there. So they went out of town on the new date. In the end, my narcissistic mother still got her yoga, I still moved my date, and I still walked myself down the aisle. But my petty self did strike back. I had a fantastic time, and I made sure I left obvious empty seats marked for them, and told everyone the truth with a smile when they asked. I said to them that my family had gone out of town. Everyone was shocked and frowned upon hearing it. The few family members who did show up are no longer speaking to them, as are all the friends who came. The only exception is my brother, and even he has almost entirely cut them out due to how they've acted. I hadn't spoken to my mother since about a month before the wedding when she told me to get all my old things out of her house. Whenever there are family gatherings, I bring it up and consistently look sad. I would get a lot of sympathy, and my parents were given nasty side eyes in return. My in-laws have taken me in as their own, and I'm far happier than ever in the nightmare of a family I grew up with. Life is good.